There are two things that we can't resist: sad childhood flashbacks and distinct horror vibes. So it's fair to say that after perhaps looking elsewhere for jungle-based murder thrills in the past, our old friend Lara Croft has won us back with Shadow of the Tomb Raider.
I hear the readings, Rob. Inspectors are coming, be ready.
That's right, this Peruvian chapter begins the adrenaline with jump scares, human sacrifice, a monstrous warrior tribe, and a Lara that has straight up lost her shit.
Get ready to jump!
No fucking way!
Jonah, we have to!
Are you out of your fucking mind, Lara?
We have no choice!
Get that fucking out of this plane!
Remember back in 2013 when people had a minor freak out about the new, younger Lara suddenly slicing throats without a frown? That's not a problem for Shadow Lara, who is angry, guilty, and trying to literally save the world. And it should be pretty obvious that you can't make that particularly tasty omelette without breaking some Trinity skulls. That's right, Lara has sort of accidentally set a Mayan apocalypse in motion after racing Trinity to a particular artifact. This starts a chain of events that will take her on a roller coaster ride through Mayan and Aztec mythology, with her buddy Jonah hunting for yet another artifact that can stop Trinity remaking the world. Cue guerrilla warfare, scrambling about ruins, and straight up robbing historical sites in the name of just a bit more XP. The tombs are still the most satisfying part of the Tomb Raider universe, and they're hidden around the world to make even finding them an achievement. The puzzles within them are the worst thing ever, until you solve them, when they magically transform into the most perfectly executed puzzles since the Sphinx started sprouting riddles. None of them were so complex that we needed a whiteboard or a rage quit to get through, but none of them were so easy that it felt like we were being treated like the playground school kid who ate that glue. Hi Matt. Even if you don't do the tombs, there are set pieces in the world, like the Trial of the Eagle, that's an impressive lesson in mechanics, climbing, and harnessing all the colours of the wind. That was a Disney princess voice. Shut up. Yes, it was. The combat reflects new kick-ass Lara too, with the usual Trinity cannon fodder now subjected to arrows made with the venom of spiders, sending them into a friendly fire frenzy, and being strung up from the trees like beefcake wind chimes. You can go in all guns blazing, but you won't have much fun that way. The real thrills are found in covering Lara head to toe in oozing jungle mud, which camouflages and protects our heroine from being spotted with thermal goggles that can render plant cover useless. Then picking off enemies one by one, booby-trapping some of the corpses, but looting all of them for spare change and ammo. In slightly shorter supply are your other foes, that is to say, all of God's creatures great and small. You get a big XP boost for hunting, which can also provide you with hide and fat for crafting. So early on, you realise that shooting every howler monkey, bird and wolf that strays into your path really pays off. Not frogs though. From what we can tell, pumping these guys full of arrows gets you nothing but a really pathetic looking corpse and a sense of sickening guilt. Early on you'll fight some leopards, a fight the game fumbles awkwardly by swapping between cutscene and action, and later on the locals you meet on your adventures will ask for help with some of the other wildlife. This isn't hunting on a Far Cry 5 open world scale, but at least it adds a sense of menace and opportunity that makes the jungle such a promising playground. When you're not knee-deep in ferns, jungle mud and dead animals, you can stop off at a town and talk to merchants for new weapons, bag upgrades and resources, then pester every local that looks willing to make eye contact with you until they drop a vague hint about the location of some treasure, or ask for help finding a lost friend, a special horn, or, in the case of this small boy, who was lucky he didn't get slapped around the back of the head because I'm trying to prevent an actual apocalypse here, a lost dice.
Isco the Dead took my dice, and no one believes me.
Seriously, come on.
A dead man took your dice.
Ugh, you're as bad as the rest of them.
Again, the towns felt very lively and were a nice change of pace, but it was all too easy to miss out on the side missions as the game pushed you through to the main story. Too soon we hit that standard warning that if you continued the story, there wasn't going to be any fast travel for a while. A sure sign that you should make sure you're done hanging around the canopies shooting pretty birds and harassing the indigenous people. The game has borrowed shamelessly from Uncharted in both the childhood Lara scenes and the pace of the running from a disaster while the terrain falls away like a wet tissue paper sections. And you know what? The girl is working it. There's no doubt Tomb Raider influenced Uncharted back in the day, and now Uncharted is returning the favour. As a player, we wish more games would learn from the best in their genre, and Shadow of the Tomb Raider is a better game for it. It doesn't have the humour of Uncharted, Perhaps the only time we cracked an actual smile was when Lara accidentally got eaten by piranhas, but what it lacks in comedy, it makes up for in horror. Horror is difficult to pull off, but the game managed to get a few jump scares out of us, and one set of enemies you meet about halfway through are genuinely disturbing. And it's saying something that those guys will stay with us more than any other moment in the rebooted trilogy. So, Lara has changed this time around, but you're still going to get all the things you want from her. It will be interesting to see where Square Enix can take the girl next, but they've done her proud this time around. We give it 4 stars.
He wants to alter the course of humanity. If you had that power, what would you do?
And that's our Shadow of the Tomb Raider review. Let us know what you think about it in the comments below. Click the boxes on the left for more content from us, and don't forget to hit that big button in the middle to subscribe for more gaming news, reviews, previews and features right here on GamesRadar+.